most effective form of protest you have right now, that you can start immediately, put a mask back on. Stop letting them observe your face. And have the side benefit of better health and protecting the rest of us in the world.
I know which ones are the retards.
Put a mask back on.
TDS does strange things to a person. Well, it was Oscars this week, of course, where all the tension and the fantasy and the suspension of disbelief and the high drama took place on the red carpet rather than actually up on, the silver screen. Our very own Guy Pearce turned in a stunning performance as an insensitive, arrogant knob, swanning around the Oscars sporting a Free Palestine badge at the same time that the world is still mourning the horrific treatment of the Bibas family and all the Jews held hostage in Gaza. Mercifully, Guy didn't pick up an Oscar, although his co-star Adrian Brody won the Best Actor for The Brutalist, a film described by one critic, Thelma Adams, as, quote, an overwrought, monochromatic unfolding of persistent misery, end quote. Hope Thelma didn't also have to sit through Adrian's tedious, vacuous and overlong acceptance speech, which he delivered after spitting out his chewing gum and throwing it at his wife.
What?
Those Hollywood women have to put up with so much. Poor old Mrs. Brody is the former Mrs. Harvey Weinstein. So I guess catching sticky objects and putting them in your pocket is one of the lesser unpleasant experiences she's had to endure at the hands of her menfolk. But the best performance of the night, in my humble opinion, came from Ariana Grande. Who? Well, she's the perpetually girlish pop icon who was a child TV and Broadway actor who went on to become one of the world's biggest singers. She sold over 90 million records worldwide. She's got an astonishing 4-octave vocal range. And she's won loads of awards. She plays a good witch in the movie Wicked, and her cosmetics business is worth over $1 billion. But wait. On the red carpet, did she stunningly reveal that some sinister players in Hollywood are trying to brainwash her?
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure,
What?
Whoa. Well, that certainly had the conspiracy theorists fired up. Ariana's been secretly held in some clinic where they're trying to erase her memory. What does she know? They all screamed. Turns out, Ariana, that in order to avoid revealing the release date of her next album, Ariana was cheekily referencing the 2004 film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, in which a clinic erases painful memories of failed love affairs.
This is a hoax, right?
I assure you no.
Is there any risk of brain damage?
It's on a par with a night of heavy drinking. Nothing you'll miss.
Or maybe Ariana's just been secretly brainwashed.
The memory erasure, they erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but...
If you could remember, struggle, tell me, give me a date. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory.
Hilarious. Meanwhile, someone whose musical talents certainly should be forgotten is current left-wing pin-up girl and Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who decided to release this video in the run-up to Donald Trump's amazing speech to Congress.
Oh no!
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
Yep, that's the modern left for you. And
I have to pause it right there and say something about that. I don't understand. If you're going to be working your tail off to put yourself in a position where you have a seat in some type of political sphere, you should not be doing some type of ghetto-ass like what Jasmine Crockett was doing. Be more professional in what you're doing in your positions. If you worked so hard to get there and you're walking in a nice suit, represent yourself acting that way just as you're dressing up. If you're dressing up nice and you have your suit on, she looked very nice and professional. but then she's over here making these little TikTok videos, and what is she doing? Is she trying to appeal to little kids that are just, oh my gosh, they're so cool that they're making little videos too, and that don't know about what's going on in the political spectrum? Like, these people are retarded. I am so glad they're claiming to be Democrats because I would never want to be a part of that kind of party where people are representing themselves that way. It's so ghetto. Get your ass back in the hood if you're going to be doing that.
She is the hope of the Democratic side, a feisty young black woman whose sole suitability for office is that she is suffering from acute, repetitive and incurable TDS, Trump derangement syndrome.
Unfortunately, we have someone that is occupying the White House, and as far as I'm concerned, he is an enemy to the United States.
Fortunately for Jasmine, she's not alone. These days, TDS clinics are springing up everywhere thanks to the unrelenting demand. Here's one young lady who's so traumatized by Donald Trump, she wants to go and live in her basement.
I want to thank all you people out there for voting this individual in.
Donald Trump?
Thanks so much, because guess what? I live in a rural community, and now I know I can't safely leave my house. Thanks so much, guys.
You can't leave
I'm
your
going to
house?
be underground. You guys won't hear from me again. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Of course, you
Weirdo.
can always try and treat your TDS by wearing a paper COVID mask.
Most effective form of protest you have right now that you can start immediately. Put a mask back on. Stop letting them observe your face. And have the side benefit of better health. And protecting the rest of us in the world.
I know which ones are the retards.
Put a mask back on.
TDS does strange things to a person. Well, the paper mask, that should do the trick. 4 years of Trump followed by 4 years of Vance and another 4 years of Vance. That's a lot of mask wearing. Or forget the masks. How about just coping with your chronic TDS by taking it out on everybody else?
I just want to remind you that if you still support Donald Trump and Elon Musk and you go out of your way to defend them, you truly are a Nazi piece of and deserve every bad thing that comes your way.
The TDS. Meanwhile,
little does she know, we're not defending Elon Musk and Trump. We're defending the Constitution and the American people in this country. We get to say what happens. We get to choose who's the president and who runs the country by electing them based on the grounds of which promises that they made during their campaign. Trump made a lot of promises, and lately, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but he's been keeping those promises. I already knew, along with many other people that are actually paying attention in the political world, that it's not going to be overnight, that prices are going to go down, wages are going to go up, we're going to see a huge impact very quickly. It's only been 40, 50 days since he's been in office. It's going to take time, and a lot of people need to understand that. Let things happen the way they are, because if we went the other route and Kamala would have won, we would have been done. This country would not, we would have been attacked, I'm pretty sure. We would have been done in this country. We would be done.
over in England, the locals are getting restless.
I'm an Englishman in England, and I don't feel like I'm an Englishman in England. Let's have it right. And I'm not afraid to say so.
What do you feel like?
I'm fed up with it. I feel like a foreigner in my own country. That's what I feel like.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I know there's a lot of Vietnam vets, old school veterans that have, you know, told everybody in the country and the world that the last 4 years under the Biden administration, they felt like they were not home, that the United States was not the same country that they helped serve and fight for in this country, because so many things have went downhill during the last administration. And now that we have a new clean administration with a lot of good leaders in so many different areas of the government, the American people will now see a brand new light in positive ways in moving forward in this country and being able to lower those prices and get those wages back up. And I'm hoping within a year we get to see this, within a year at least. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Till next time. Peace out, guys.